Oh my goodness. Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel, Goddess of Light 1111. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are returning subscribers, welcome back. So before I begin, I would like to say if you are new, don't forget to like, subscribe, share the video. And if you are return subscribers, welcome back. And also, I would like to say that I do leave my Cash App in there for anyone that is like to donate until I can get myself together. I appreciate you guys so very much. I put it down below in the list below, and it's also the $ZMNATACHA. That's my Cash App name, ZMNATACHA. So for any one of you that would love to donate, to keep, Goddess afloat a little bit until I can get myself together, until I can, find somebody that will say yes, when it's come to me having finance, because I know that, you know, um, there's a few places that I was being guided to, but due to me being a public speaker, they turned me down. So yes, okay. So me being in social media, these folks say, because they don't want to be in the competition and things like that. So yeah. So again, being famously unfamous. So let me give, I've already prayed. So this is a continuation of the one that I was giving. I had to drop my son off work. So that's what I had to leave by, But so let's pray first. You know that the more prayers, the faster things get to be done. Okay. So Heavenly Father God, the Most High God, wonderful Father, merciful Father, the light of my life, the light of the world. Today I'm asking you to bless us all with your presence, to bless us all with your comfort, with your healing, your peace, serenity, and most importantly, the unconditional love you promise us. That for the earth angel, the chosen one, the star seed, the innocent, the fatherless, the motherless, the young children, the young minors, whatever they are going through in their lives, Father God, that you will bring justice, you will guide them, you will heal them, you will bring comfort for those that are, there is two airplanes that had been crashed for the past couple of days. Oh my goodness, I don't think it's been a couple of days. That Father God, you will bring their family peace, healing. My condolences to all of them that are going through this. Um, I know that, things has to get worse before it get better, that I hope that people can listening now, that I've been warning them, that I've been telling them the truth, the facts, stuff. So thank you, God. Thank you for your guidance, your healings, your peace, your everything you have provided for me. The fact that I get to be here today, that it's an honor. So I will never take anything for granted. And I ask you, Father, to bring the homeless shelter, the needy, whatever they are need, the necessities, the people that are sick, unbeknownst to them, Father God. I know sometimes we don't know our contract, that I pray that you continue to level me up. You continue to raise my consciousness. You continue to give me the wisdom, the understanding, the discernment to help others heal, to help the world, is the Israel that is so far gone, Father God, that they can come back home to you. Heavenly Father God, I pray that for the safety, protection, and healings for my family, my children, and for those that are committed. They say that committed to you, they actually keep that commitment to do the right things, to work in righteousness, to work and be a leader, be a teacher, be a student, like they have promised you. Heavenly Father God, the Most High God, thank you, thank you, thank you. I pray, amen. See, thanks. Sorry, guys. I know that, like I say, prayers can never be enough, okay, when we choose to pray. Whew. I mean, Wow, what a journey as of 511. You know, me being here, I have um, not taking anything for granted. And again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, comment. I know some of you probably was in the other live, so but we know that the truth has to come out with some shape or form. It is not. Um, I do not have no other choice in the matter. You know, you guys did not know that. You know, folks was trying to stronghold me. You know, using, you know, using tactic. You know, they were trying to use, you know, face-based, I say face, you know, yeah, some people could have been using some type of face, I don't know what that mean, but they were using, you know, tactic, fear tactic base, where that I am so afraid, you know, and take myself out. All of this that I kept a secret because I know that it's way so much a lot of people won't be able to comprehend. You know, that's what, you know, people wanted me to be afraid, because they know that secretly if I spoke about this, that, you know, I was being followed, and, you know, they wanted me to be having consistently being afraid of leaving, even being afraid of going outside, you know, and their friends, their partners, you know, that wanted to have revenge, they not know that it was a lesson, because they did not expect these things to actually go this far. Even for me, like I say, because I thought like I did something wrong, you know, I thought like, you know, maybe someone say something, you know, online and things like that, because I know that once you become like I say, I'm not a social media like how you think, you know, where I need to be in everybody's face and things like that, and to disrespect to anybody. Like I say, even they know, even when they were bullying me when I was doing readings and stuff. And I want to make something very clear. When I was doing readings, nobody was coming on my back. Nobody was coming on my back. Nobody was coming inside my vessel. They did that after they start doing that in 2022. Uh, when they place all their cameras, that's when they start doing that. Whomever that was guided them to do that, that's when they start doing all of that. You know, like I say, for those of you that didn't know, you know, it involves, you know, company that I work for. Even in my social media, you know, in all my account in my social media, they will try to hurry up and say, oh, don't let, you know, slow things down for her. You know, even if I was giving messages, good messages, positive messages, has nothing to do with terror or my situation, they're like, no, do not let her video be viewed, you know, and things like that, due to competition or conflicts. Again, the world has over 8 billions people in it. No one should have the right to say that we're not supposed to allow my videos to be viewed. That doesn't make any sense to me. Or that to say that, you know, due to competition. But what they forgot to say is that, you know, they have their friends, these high priestess. Thank you for the love, guys. You know, they have this high priestess, you know, the friends of the high priestess, the family of the high priestess, the children of the high priestess. And also they have, like, you know, some of those people. Thank you for the loves. Thank you. Some of those people, to try to make it look like all of that was happening is because of competition. But again, what people did not know is that I've known that have been followed since 2016, because that Uber uh, and their toxic engineer and the toxic foreigner, which is like again people that they used to. I received some information. I didn't know what it means. Someone sent it to me. It's like a NACAR, a foreigner. It's like a full group and things like that. This has like some things that's so deep. I still haven't do my research and stuff like that. I just to know what is these things mean. But those are the things that they had sent to me, for me to find information about these things. But I still remain humble. I still remain humble and faithful to God, not to allowing myself to go into things that's not for my highest good. Because one things that I know about myself is that I'm not going to sitting and try to go into, things that is not aligned with my soul purpose. But, you know, I realized that I realized that once I started, I was received this information, you know, is for me to find out what they were, because it turned out that these folks has every intention um, to strangle me while I'm asleep. They have uh, doing these things, you know, and I realized that again while I was driving, because I chose to protect myself, focus on work, and bless be the God of the Almighty Kings, that is our creator, that I was protected. And most of the time when these folks do the electronic incantation, when they do the divination through their phones, I was protected. Most of the time is backfire on them. People even try to, send their own, their own, like I say, they can send the husband, the wife, just to show, to see that, if I'm in the upright, if I'm in the wrong, if I am guilty, if I am innocent, for their, again, they send their own family to do incantation while I'm in the car, that, and then it will backfire on them. It will backfire on them. Because, like I say, when I was in my channel, there was none of that going on. There was none of that going on. But this thing was a part of a larger community. It's uh it's larger than, it's larger than me. It's bigger than me, because I try to be kind. I chose to live with compassion, lead with compassion, and I chose, to forgive these people, but they had no intention of letting me go free. That because, you know, the whole thing was that they wanted to kidnap me, tie my hands up, try to, tie my mouth and all, close my mouth, keep me, not talking until like, no one's know where I am. So you guys doesn't know that me defended myself. That's God will. Me protected myself. That's God will. Because every time that, I chose to defend it myself, they will manifested their entities to coming in on my back. They will try to do all of this extra stuff, because these folks that they are all a lot of people chose, thank you guys for the love. A lot of people chose to call judgment. It doesn't matter who you was talking to in entities, because this monitor spirit, that they will go to aim in anyone that's wicked very quickly. you know they so quick to say call judgment, call judgment on her. So a lot of them end up trapping their head because they were keep calling judgment on me, um for something that I didn't do, because I defended myself. Since I've been, defended myself, these folks have been calling judgment, to this, that, and a third, things like that. But I am being given, this is like, excuse me, guys, messages coming out. I am being given a million chance, to defend it myself, to let the world know, to let the world know that our family, our children is in danger. And I'm sorry to say that, attack attack me or not, but sorry, not sorry. The world need to know that, you know, these are people that, some of us are called, that call their friends, and they had no problem and stuff like that to, compete with their own friends, you know, for archangel energies and stuff. Some of these people wanted you to trap in your head, making look like you did something wrong. These folks was trying to get me in legal situation. They wanted me to feel, any type of way that they know that's going to be revengeful for them. So it's still, now they're like, well, you need to be afraid. You need to be afraid of talking about, you need to be afraid of talking about this if you know that, you don't have any family support and things like that. I have family support. It's called Jesus, God, the spiritual team, and all that, the universe, and the upright in the universe. I don't deal with dark entity, but I promise you right now, the underworld is more afraid if something happened to me, because something happened to me, the fact because I am innocent and stuff like that, they will so be in trouble. So right now I can get with, that's what I say. There's things that I know I try to keep them to myself because I want people to dug deeper into their conscious, into the thought, into the what I'll be talking about. Instead of telling them everything, I want people to look deeper of what's going on. Because if a company can just tracking you to make you lose everything, quit your job, and then give instruction how to bully you, how to follow you, how to tracking you, how to spying on you and things like that. Yes, I told these folks there will be destruction. They think like I'm just making that up. And me saying this, I stay in the upright. I stay in the upright because, like I say, God say, if I told man, human, if I told mankind my plans, it will be detrimental to themselves. It will be their downfall. It will be their demise, and they will also work my plan. So again, there was nothing that I told in here that did not happen to me. And I told them because the truth need to be told in order for things, for change to happen. Because a lot of people felt like, you know, they have some type of power. God's give power. If you think you have some type of power by any entity, that's blasphemous. That's a lie. That's just a lie. It's just an illusion. It's just an illusion. Before any of us, before any of us awaken, before our third eyes open, a lot of people are gonna go through stuff. The strong will survive. The weak will perish. That's not my words. That's what God said. Many are calling, and a few are choosing life on earth. Yeah, Jim, life on. Jim say life. Jim, life on earth. But that's what you know. The reason all of these it my justice dragging on is because that people wanted me to keep repeating the same cycle over and over due to them tracking their head, due to financial gain, because and then they want us to make sure that, oh, maybe she screw up somewhere, maybe she'll messed up, maybe she'll make a mistake, so that way that we can take legal action. That's why they were dragging this thing on, because they was expecting me to make a mistake or do something, say something. What these folks has been doing this to me since 2016, past 7 years. Past, literally. So when I embark in my journey, literally start doing work, like I say, I learned how to do mastered, Reiki mastered, become a healer, you know, and then I learned how to do tarot and all of this stuff, these folks, and again, they were giving instruction how to hurt me in the worst way possible, because they did not know that I was going to defend myself. They did not know that I was gonna know that was them, and they did not know that I was gonna actually defend it myself. That was the reason that they give the instruction, to their friends. Could be, some of them could be psychic, some of them could be high priestess, some of them could be like, men, men and women, a bunch of psychotic narcissist men and stuff that prey on single women, or that is literally bullying them. Because, like I say, if you're single, right, we remove everything you love around you. You remove everything that you love, your family. We annihilated you from them and stuff like that, and then we give you to a bunch of toxic people. We sold you to a bunch of toxic people, literally. But again, these are people that is literally, they look like they look like men, they look like women, but inside, these folks don't know who they are. But they wanted to heal by using me, by using me. When they see that one happen, they want revenge, because they realize that I'm started defending myself, and I'm also protected myself, because they will literally say that once she started, if she started talking about this, for them to take action and bully me and tracking me, because they could making some false accusation, false document, to be like, I bet you, since, and I know what it was, and I'm not telling on my sister, I'm just gonna tell the truth. I know what it was. Like I say, what happened to me was happened to my mom. No one has power over you, only if you let them. Protect your energy by letting go, and don't give them any awarenesses. Yeah, that's what my father said, also what you just said. He said, don't give them any more information, because you have warned them and they not listen. You have warned them. This is has been going since 2016, so which mean that it already been past 7 years of karma that I didn't even owed. I don't even owe any more karma. And I had to say this clearly for people to know that. Thank you, Jim, for your info. So that's when I realized that, my father said, you don't need to give them any more information. You have done what I asked of you. So now you don't have to say anything to them anymore. So now, I chose to, sorry guys. Oh, I chose to tell the truth of what happened in my life. That's what I was supposed to do because they had chose. Hey Georgia L, thank you for the love, guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sending it right back at you. So people was chose to keep that a secret. Yeah. Oh, they're always there. No matter where I am, they're always there. And like people that did not know, again, some of these things that I kept them to myself, you know, I had when I started my spiritual journey, I had an eagle, falcon, and always two pair of hawks, always with me, everywhere that I go. And they were there warning me. When I told you, I heard a voice say, "You have been followed, protect yourself." And that was when I look up, like that's when the warnings start. That's when I finally realized, because I always saw the birds. They were everywhere that I go. I've never paid attention, and I had asked permission to tell the story about them, because there was God had always been warning me, had been with me the whole entire time when I was being followed. I was being followed by the airplanes since 2016, did not know anything about it because I didn't know I have any issues with nobody. I didn't know I did anything illegal. Like I say, it's just that, you know, but I was being placed to be sacrificed. I was being placed, these people wanted to sacrifice me because I stopped driving for them. Just because I stopped driving for them. And then they try to, they try to contact, the psychic or other readers they work with, and they say that, oh, she's competing with you, you need to sign this paper, and not to make it look like, oh, you miss opportunity because of them, and you know my politeness, Natasha and Goddess, and me, you know, I even apologize to their partner and say, you just have been manipulated, but I didn't know that they actually into sacrifice their drivers. So these are the people that, and the executive board of, these drivers company that is so, that we all love, to take a ride with them and things like that. But like, they're into some dark stuff, sacrifice us, you know, for, to stay on top, sacrifice their drivers because we are independent contractor. You will never know. We not even work for you. Do you all know that that's not supposed to be happening anymore? You can't sacrifice an innocent soul even if they work with you. That's what I say. Not every money is good money. Yeah, I apologize to them because I thought like I was doing, I thought like I was trying to do something right. But and then in the back of their mind, they were still planning. There's always the hole that was waiting for me. They had been trying to set me up because they were planning to follow me everywhere that I go. They were planning to follow me everywhere that I go to try to set me up out of revenge because I didn't let them unalive me. God did not let you guys unalive me. Oh, right now I'm in a park. I'm in the USA, but I'm in a park right now. Yeah, I'm in the park right now. Oh, okay. It's been a long struggle. It's been a long struggle into this situation. It's been really hard knowing that I can still smiling because I'm alive. But in everything else, they have to tell the universe, I give it to you. I give it to you that I trust you will do the right thing by me. Because this went way beyond 7 years. They changed the law having to do with driving sharing. To They changed the law having to do with drive sharing. Well, I am glad because, oh, and I forgot to, those are the things that I forgot to tell people. I was driving. They had been recording me secretly. So for the past 4 years now, I'm actually being secretly watched, but Uber and their legal team has been recording me secretly for the past 4 years. And anybody else. But it is illegal. It is illegal because it's unbeknownst to me. I don't have, you know what I'm saying? It is illegal. It is a violation of my Fourth Amendment right is to keep me quiet, is to find like information. Like if you have, first and foremost, me being an earth angels, these folks did not expect me to use my intuition to defend it myself. They didn't know that I know what they were doing. But once I get in my car, I realized that they were illegally recording me. And I tested I test the theory myself by say things or do things to see their respond. And they respond exactly. They wanted to set me up, but I reverse the setup to find out that if I'm actually being recorded for real. It's the same thing when they give the passenger, instruction how to bully me, you know, so that way that I can speed, I can get to tickets and things, I can get tickets. What I chose to do is, what I chose to do, I start driving slower. But that's the test for me. I chose to do what they tried to do. I tried to reverse it. I'm not stupid. I'm not gonna violate the law just because that they were trying to use the law to making me afraid. That's what I said. They're using fear-based tactic so that way I can be afraid of not speaking the truth, and then they start bullying me for me to also speak for somebody else. They wanted me to started bullying me to speak for somebody else, sending entities inside people's vessel, once they cannot handle it, because like I say, there's a group of shape shifters, secret societies, elite that is, they just look like human being, but they carries entities for these companies and things like that. So for whatever reason and stuff, so I guess they become a sacrificial lamb for these people. But I guess some of them want to heal themselves because, I met some of these people. I literally met them. It's like I'm giving you a message without you knowing it, because these folks were trying to do, no one can touch you. it's a boomerang back to them. Yeah. So that's what they were trying to do. So every single time, let me tell you, do you know why I advocate to defend it myself so hard? Because some of these folks using their own children. Thank you, Jam. Thank you. May the Lord always be by your side, always. Thank you, Georgia. Some of these people will come in the car, 144,000. Hey, to all of you that is, you know, uh, be chosen in here. Some of you might be chosen and not knowing it yet. Some people bringing their own children to use divinations, to use divination work, and it backfire on their child. A young lady did that. A young lady did that. She shake her head. I shake my head. I'm like, I literally say, shame on you. I said that out loud. She didn't say anything, and she stopped. And it's kind of like I heard her say that the King of Wands. Literally, it's kind of like talking to somebody without talking to somebody. Claudine Parker, nice to meet you, but you will be blessed. Thank you, Claudine. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Claudine Parker. Thank you, thank you. I don't know if you pronounce like that in the French way, Claudine. Thank you, thank you. So, all of these things, okay, all of these things that happen in my life, I had to choose to either keep them to myself and go 6 foot, go ascend with my ancestors. But when they are alive me in 2023, my father said that send her back. It isn't the right time. Oh yeah. Do you know why I know I was unalive? Because I didn't remember when when I went to heaven. I didn't remember none of this. I didn't, you know, I didn't feel like that I'm in this world. I did not remember that anything in this world at all. So I know I was unalive. But the thing is that they did not expect me to still using my intuition to defend it myself. They didn't thought like I was going deeper. Excuse me, guys. That's the message that I see about them unalive me. They're like, don't say anything about that. Excuse me. Yep, message is coming out. So they did not know that I was going to defend myself. They did not know that I was going to publicly say none of this, because all of these things has been done behind the scene. And for them to making sure that, I went to financial struggle, that to the point of me, like, if I get like, food from charities, I'm not saying now, I'm not saying that for anyone to be afraid. That was the entities that they work with. They chose to poison the food to keep me occupied, keep me trapped in my head, things like that. So I tried to work, I tried to work from a few companies. Again, I stopped Uber in 2024. And then I started doing DoorDash. They start doing the same thing. And I realized that they're all connected together. So I was given a test. I was given a test. I was so afraid not uh, to do it. The test was about, lifts, because I did drive with them in the past also. They also missed opportunity. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. These folks, they start doing the same thing because they have been told that I'm gonna focus on work. I'm gonna be happy because I'm making a little bit of money. I'm gonna be happy. I don't think it's about the money. It's about that I'm free. I'm working and things like that. They know that I'm a little bit professional. I'm gonna say a little bit. Okay, they know I'm professional. I'm gonna focus on work. I'm not going to sitting there having a full conversation with them. I'm gonna, like I say, I'm gonna focus on what I'm doing. So while I was trying to drive lifts, they start doing the same thing. Happen on my back, even the offer that I was received from again from their family, the ancestors, the family, their friends, but then they give me the offer, and then after that they transfer in their ancestors inside my vessel to keep me to get they want these folks only want two things from me. You do what you have to. Thank you, honey. Thank you, Georgia. So they want knowledge. So their ancestors want knowledge. That's the reason, but they're not gonna hurt me some shape or form, because then their ancestors, you know, their spirit is more and inclined to making sure that I'm not being harmed, because they cannot stay in my vessel like they used to do, back in the day, in Jesus time. They cannot do that anymore, because they will be completely eliminated if they do that. So they can only stay for a small, if I'm not saying anything. Yeah, Hector, come eyes and play with everyone, and God bless in your conductor in your faith. Thank you guys. Thank you so much for the messages. I appreciate it. So they thought like, if they send the entities, it's kind of like, okay, that's what I say. People doesn't know anybody, most, like literally 95%, if they give me anything. So even when I try to looking at it in a positive way, to like, may God bless you, and return that back to you and things like that. But I realize that folks is trying to, people might giving me things, but Hector, who laughs? Oh, I don't know. But people try to give me things to creating conflicts. So now I can't even get charity foods anymore. I can't even get charity foods, because the constant that I have to constant healing, doing the constant healings, is kind of like, okay, if we keep you trapped, you constantly have to do work and healing and things like that, you will eventually give up, or you will continue take yourself out. Yes, who laughs now? Or again, exactly. I got what you say. I got what you say. But they do not realize that, you know, I remember, thank you guys for the beautiful messages. True, I know what you mean. So they will take the trash out. They will take the trash, because everything these folks try to do to me, I saw it first hands, in my vicinity, in my car, where I was like at my apartment. These folks will do divinations, witchcraft. It backfire on them. I watch it, I listen to it while I mind my own business. I could be watching TV. I would be watching TV, you know, because of this situation, and then the next thing you know, they are doing divination, and then it's backfire on them. I saw them right here in my car. Even a witch that's coming, whatever she is, psychic, she could be. Hey, love cast, you know, these folks coming and do all this type of work while I'm sitting in my car. It backfire on them. And thank you to the four of wands, which is I forgive them, but that does not mean if they keep persist and stuff like that, it won't go far, because I am intended for that not to happen to nobody. I am intended to put an end to it, no matter how long it takes. It's already been over 10 years now. It's 2016, right? So it should be about right. You're just as guilty, Hector Gava, you're just as guilty, FF, or being around it. Yeah, but I mean, if you don't have anywhere to go, what you supposed to do? I am no longer, no, I put it in me go driving for these companies. That was a lesson, and it was, my wish was granted to go driving, to put it into it, to so I can find out information. So yeah, I'm going to be a good witch, but I'm not one yet. I have to study about the trial first. The trials. You mean the trials? Well, good for you. I do not claim being a witch. I just say I'm a earth angels. Let it go so you can be in the present. Exactly. And that's what I've been trying. Well, the thing is that I don't think that I had any other choice, because if I did stay in the present, but I had to tell the truth another, for people get in line, get in line, in a line with their purpose. If you guys know what I mean. Hi, fellow Earth Angel. How are you? How are you, my friends? Hey, Linda. So I had to be honest with myself first, you know, and your jaw magic and airtight like mine. Oh, I don't have a jaw magic, so I'm okay to get alignment. Yeah. So you have to get in line. You know, magic supposed to be a sacred bond between ancestors and your roots. That's just that. It's magic is a sacred bond from your roots and ancestors. Is not for anybody to be abused. And that's why a lot of people is getting in trouble right now. I wish I was as pretty as you. God bless you. You are pretty. You have to tell yourself that. Don't, and thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. But beauty is in the eyes of, you be pretty, you gorgeous, you absolutely fantabulous, and bootylicious, all of that good stuff. How you felt, it's how it is. No voodoo can stop God and light in me. Okay, that's good. What do you do to support yourself? Well, I have been working a little bit here and there. I was receiving food. Like I said, I did work a little bit, like 5 months in 2024. We use all of that. Yeah, exactly. That's what I did to support it myself, and then I use my life saving that I had for the past 4 years. I use that. So now Hector Gavin say you screwed. No, not really. I have faith in God. I have trust in God. What God's give you, no man can take from it or add to it. So I will be okay. I will be okay. I just need, yes. Oh, you go, sister. I did a spell yesterday. Hope it's work, but I believe in God more. Oh, I don't know about all that. I don't do spell. I want justice for all of us, not nothing more, nothing less. I just want justice to be served because a lot of people doesn't know that um there is still camera that is still watching me. Oh, I'm listen. Oh, go time out. Don't pay attention to don't pay attention to Hector and stuff like that. Like I say, he can't phase me. He doesn't, these when people do things like that, it don't bother me. So you can promote in karma on people, Hector. You can't promote in karma unless, someone do something to you. So you don't need to project in karma and stuff like that. Because if I be honest with you and stuff like that, I would call myself karma 10 times. Yeah. All I want is for justice to be served because a lot of us is struggle right now that used to have our lives. I have never expected. Okay. Oh, don't pay attention to Hector and stuff. He just creating conflicts. They probably give him a few dollars to create that conflict. So it's okay. Let him do what he's doing and stuff. Eventually that if you ignore him, he will go away. That's the way thing is. Just ignore him. Because like I say, I know he's creating conflicts um so that way I can stop talking. So um So yeah, that's the situation that is going on. I have been, I know that, we all make mistake and I chose forgiveness. Like, a lot of people say, but walls will never hurt. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I learned these things. So I know that, what happened when people have been creating conflicts in my life, and when I'm doing those, giving those messages and stuff of what happened, people try to get me off tracks and stuff like that. So I'm okay with that. So it's just that, um, again, people know that what happened in my life that I didn't deserve it. It was just a simple fact. It was just a simple fact because in spite of everything, I see people with forgiveness. I see light, I see love in people that doesn't deserve it. But I am not God, so I cannot try to, say what people deserve or what not. So that's what the matrix does exactly. So I've been, again, I have been blessed. I have been blessed in my life, throughout my entire life. So now I am in a place where that, I have to again struggle. I have to struggle due to because I say no to certain things. I say no to bully. I say no, for people that are hurting other people since I stand up for myself. So now I'm become the problem child. So it's like, you know no matter every time that I'm trying to speak on here, when I'm trying to speak on here, they are trying to, like, try to control what I said or what I don't say, and things like that. Did God get my prayers? I'm pretty sure He does. So, if a lot of people that know things is wrong, you know, they don't mind doing the wrong things, but they don't want others to defend it themselves. Could you imagine? I want to ask someone, that question. If you know this, that happened to somebody you actually loves, you actually cares about, you know, you cares about who you just sat by, and you say that, oh yeah, because they've been blackmailed, or because they've been blackmailed or bullied, or if it's will you just that sat by and let all that happen. This is since 2016. And then I embark in my journey. They say, since I embark in my journey, they felt like, oh, she's no longer working with us. She's no longer, we're gonna miss opportunity. But I'm just one person. But one person with a different, how do you call it? A different breed. I'm a divine being having a human, experience. So they felt like I always say, made the white light surround me from head to toes. Yeah, I've done that every single day too. I've done that every single day, and I add to it. I create my own little prayers, so I'm okay on that. So Elias, for the real God still understand, right? He exists still for you, not the other one. Yes. So yes, I completely understand a lot of things. I try not to say a lot of things also, because I felt like, people think like, also, the racist about this situation, they, all of that, people try to use my skin color not to give it justice the right way, because they felt like they want to protect it, because it take a mastermind criminals, for anyone to say that we don't want this to get out. But that's what I chose to, I have a conversation with my father. I have a conversation with my spiritual team. I also have a conversation with myself, even, my children. They, some don't want to listen. The one who does not listening is the 3Ds people. But the eaters listen. I listen to myself, knowing that unless the truth bye, be good. It's up to you now. Thank you, Elias. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I get it. I mean, I felt like I said, most of the things that was happening, which is that was the major to how this thing ends, because a lot of people that know the truth, they chose to keep it a secret. So, I don't think I can force anyone to tell the truth unless the law actually taking this seriously, and they will take it seriously. Trust me, very soon. And when I mean very soon, I'm talking about like time is ticking, because first they had no right to do as confirmation. Love Cassie, you're all very important to me. And I try to do, I always, yeah, I try to do uh what is right for everybody. And I also want to say, when I started my journey, I was in the upright. I was in the upright. I was on my not node, not soft node. Thank you for the love. I was in my not node, which is mean once they do that, it's become also, like I say, you told them that there's the rope, and then they decided that they want to strangle themselves, with it, because they thought like they had made it for me. Oh yeah, I mean, I already had the 100,000 subscriber plus. All this is like, somebody was unsubscribing my video. They was unsubscribing from my channel, because you know, manpower. What can I say? Yeah, I had already had over 100. I think by the time I stopped, yeah, they unsubscribed like 5,000 subscribers at one time in my channel within like a few days. They look like what they're supposed to look like. I saw an angel, the most beautiful thing. I saw an angel in the flesh while I was, it wasn't a dream. It's kind of like I saw the angel, I saw the wing, the most beautiful things you can possibly ever saw in your life. And then he watchings me like while I'm in my bed, just like that, literally. All I can see was light, nothing else. And then it's kind of like he allowed me to saw what he looked like. And then after that, he go like this. And then I went back on my sleep again. And then I saw a physical angel in my room in 2018. And some of them on the sky. And that was the one that I screamed. I was like, oh my God, there's an angel in my room. I was acting like I was literally 12 years old. I was so excited. Yeah, I saw it. Um, I My mom came to me. She was shiny when she walked. It was like she was wearing heels, everything. It was beautiful. Yeah. So yeah, I saw those things. But I just want, that was like I say, it was a continuance and stuff like that. If I didn't tell the truth about what's going on, because I was being guided literally, like where places these folks want to kidnap me, they were raping me. Talking about all of this, they're sending death. I met death in this parking lot where I am. I met the Grim Reapers in this parking lot where I am. I met uh, her, and I also met my guardian angels. I talked to them literally just like I'm talking to you guys. If I know if I wasn't the wrong in this situation, I know if I wasn't the wrong, I want to be alive. I want to be alive. It's too much, too many things happen at once. You know, I went through the 40 years of challenges, and I persevered through all of the 40 years. And at 44, which is that balance, stability, and among some of the things, at 44, God, you know, upgrade me to where I am right now. No, I have that too. I embrace all of my gifts. It don't bother me no more. And I just want to let people know, you know, I know a lot of people been manipulated to feel like, that um I was in competition with them. They need to create conflicts and stuff. Forgive yourself because I forgive everybody. I'm not holding on, and I'm not holding grudges, against anybody because, again, the world is big. Spirituality is just started right now. Some of us is spirituality started at the beginning. A lot of us were just catching on. So we got a long way to go. Jealousy is not gonna get anybody to heaven because right now, you know, the church that I've been in that church for 30 years, we just figured out they are literally that have uh, they are demon in progress. They have a whole lot of, how do you call it, people that is working for them. And, oh, there was another message that I forgot to give people. You are living in heaven. Absolutely. There was a lot of fallen angels right now. There's a lot of fallen angels, and that is devil apprentice, and they take all shapes, type, and forms. Be mindful who's around you, the person that you work with. Learn to say no. Even if you work for people, it's okay to say no to them too. Yes, me too. Me too, Jam. Me too, me too. I believe you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They didn't, because most of these people want to have their job, they want to have their freedoms. You understand what I'm saying? A lot of people think like maybe like she's going cuckoo and stuff like that by saying this. Because even I have people that sit next to me on my bed. I only feel when I get up. But so the devil is a state of mind. Yeah, I mean, is our shadow sign. You know what I'm saying? It's our shadow sign. It's our shadow sign. But there is 12 judges in hell, just like, you know, there is seven of them in hell that is um, judge people according to the way there is judges in heaven, and they are not playing. If you think like, what we go through here and stuff like that, it was there. But one things that I've learned, yeah. So one thing that I learned is that when it's come to ride sharing people and stuff like that, they actually like want to sacrificing maybe in some other state, where you are, they might have the law, but in here they are trying to like, overpower people like me, by trying to manipulate my children, because they're like, oh, if she find legal paper, it's gonna be a tower on her family or on her children, because we already manipulated them and stuff like that. So they don't want me to tell the truth, uh, when it's come to that, because they think like, it will come as disloyal or betrayal to my family or my children. So that's the reason that, because they were trying to telling them the same way is one name Bathsheba. Yeah, it's the same way that they will try to bully me and stuff like that, try to, sacrifice me to the devil for my energies, because they engineer. So it's a group. So be mindful of that, for those of you that are still, working for certain company, that they are really good with, again, technology. It's a group of foreigner. Foreigner doesn't mean that, they are from another countries. Those foreigners and stuff like that, they literally are not human. They just look like human. They want earth angel energies to stay alive. They want earth angel energies, innocent, star seed, those type of people to stay alive. So once those people are become a sacrifice for this company, that's what they were trying to do to me. That's the reason they were partnering and stuff like that, to try to bully me, because they wanted revenge on me because I quit driving for Uber. And I said their name because then when I started driving for them again, I drove for them for 10 years, but I realized that they were trying to bully me. They give instruction how to bully me. When they find out I had a YouTube channel, when they find out I have a YouTube channel, they have been the friends that got money, the wealthy friends, the elites and stuff like that. They were try to start flying and try to do all type of things, because I told the truth. Hey, Tanya, and people that stand behind them. Yeah, and yeah, you see people that stand behind you. Yeah, thank you guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, and I know that's all happened behind the scene. Like I say, the only things that now I have to deal with is that figure it out, like, what can I do financially? Because right now is that, I used to go, to get expired food, and then the king of wines called and told them that, oh, you need to go hold on in her back, you know, you are not alone in your light. Thank you. I know that. So they were saying, thank you guys so much. And for your live. Yeah, we are live. Okay. Thank you for your like, your sharing, your comment, your support, and also donation and stuff like that. Like I said, sister can need it right now. And since these people manipulated so many people in my life, I don't even know that, how can I even do a GoFundMe, because there's so many things going on. So many things going on. That's the situation that's going on in my life right now. It's just like so much. We are all here for each other, and we are all family. Thank you, love cast. Yeah. And that's what I said, that's what I told people. Why would I start by allowing this keep happening and not say anything about it? Because we supposed to be, you consider you having, a business. These folks have some type of they do research about me. They how do you call this, like they were way beyond, they do background check, and then at night time what they do, they coming in a room where they are, because like again they're using some type of camera, and then to find out what I'm doing, how I slept, and things like that. So it's just terrible. I did start my own business. I did start my own business. There was hurry up and go use, negative comments and things like that. And just things went haywire. It's just like I say, these folks, they, again, I said it, Uber, DoorDash, and I only drive for DoorDash literally a small, like maybe a month and a half. They started doing the same thing that I found out about Uber, and then, you know, I was being guided to find out live into the same thing also. It's just like, wow. Yeah, they got all my information. They made a whole movie. They were making movie about me. You know how people say that, I don't like you because of your skin color, the racism, the hate, the hate crime, the wicked crime, the all that's going on, the cyberbullying and stuff. They don't like me because there was, somebody sent me a message say we should rape you when we had a chance. They need they need to back off. So, but they don't like my skin color, but they want my knowledge and my energies to survive. But this is people that have $1 billion, that have house, everything else. I'm not jealous of what they got, but I'm just telling what they are doing to me is wrong. Justice is supposed to be served. We should have been protected instead of them being the one that is protected. We as an earth angel, that's what I say. You know, I'll let the past go, and I will figure out how the law can work, just like the law work for, certain humankind. So just like that, the law can actually pass. They have no right to do those type of things on our favors. I do so many in the ethers, the work in the ethers. So now I need to making sure that happen in 3D, so that way that we can actually, I don't care which is psychic, Earth Angel, Starseed, so we can live the same way these folks are live. If we do something, we deserve to, prosecute it. But if we are in the upright in righteousness, we should be able to live according to the 14 Amendment, the Fourth Amendment, the Second Amendment, the Fifth Amendment, we should be able to live like that without being, harassed and bullied and, do all type of things. Because what they were trying to do is that, they were trying to blindfolded me. They were trying to blindfolded me for me to drive. Because if I'm driving, it would be easier for them to control me. And I hadn't even paid attention to that. Because, as a mother, you have child to taking care of, you have yourself to taking care of, because I realized that I cannot go get no food, you know. I mean, even expired food, I get punished for expired food. If you guys go into my Instagram, I used to serve I used to serve the less fortunate. I'm from Haiti. Well, I usually say I'm from everywhere, but I was born in Haiti, but I'm from everywhere. I am a citizen of the world. I don't care what anybody say. I don't do politics, but I'm a citizen of the world just like everybody else. I used to give gloriously to the less fortunate. I help so many people. If they want to tell the truth, they'll be like, yep, it's all an illusion. Exactly. Exactly. And then they wanted you to feel like, you know, but it is an illusion. But a lot of people did not survive that illusion, though. That's what we have to remember. A lot of people did not survive that illusion, you know, because it's caused a lot of people for their lives to end it. A lot of people's lives end up ended. So instead of, because nobody in my situation want to tell the truth, inspired they were, collaborated to either creating conflicts or for me not to be in my channel, or they say that I'm in competition, or they say that, they know that I was being followed. They knew all of that. They kept it a secret. They still doesn't, they still don't want to tell the truth because it will be a felony if they told the truth. I call myself a mere Ahmad. Every nationality in me being everywhere. I wouldn't pass by. Mine might be coming all the way from Germany because my last name literally come from Germany. So, hmm there's a whole lot of people that chose to involve in this situation instead of stand up and do something. I don't know, and I don't care. I say I love politics. When I pray in the morning and night, and will definitely be mentioning it. Well, the thing is that, like I say, I know these folks trapping the head because they try to let my family allowing the four of wands, they allowed the four of wands to come in and bully them and stuff like that to say, oh, for them to say that, I was doing magic. So for those of you, there's five of you in here, for those of you that you will be shocked to know what the magic was. She didn't say it secretly because there's a lot of camera that recording what she said. It wasn't secretly because I had no idea that she wouldn't say something like that. We was having a conversation. She finally called me, was like, oh, we miss each other, I miss you. And then, I was like, I have not done anything. I have not done anything. I told her I did not want to speak with any family consistently because I didn't want nobody to manipulated my family, and I didn't want nobody to, say anything to you guys. And then I find out that the King of Cups told them that, the King of Cups told them that, for them to say that I was doing magic. And then I told her that, but I barely live with you, so how you come up with that? She's like, well, I know anybody that's doing tarot, they are doing magic, but I know that's the King of Wands. See, as the King of Wands. I know that was the freaking Four of Wands. Four of Wands, because all these people working together, they wanna try to make it look like I was doing some damn magic. And then she said the cards. I say, honey, if we are family, why in a bloody wall that if I'm going to staff, you basically say that, oh, I love you. I said, no, that's not what love's supposed to be. Why would you go to hell? I told her, I said, that's not what love's supposed to be. You know, love is that, okay, I don't like what you do. It's the same way if you go without a man. Yeah, okay, love, God bless you, and we'll head on to the right path. Yes, definitely, Jim, definitely. So, and these folks literally said that I was doing magic because I'm using my cards. But I'm like, and then you say you love me. I say that's not love, because love is that we're supposed to, support each other no matter what's going on. Especially that if you know that um something that will never do, but instead of you supporting me and stuff, so now they're trapped in their head because of the lies. Instead of say, hey, please forgive me, I'm not, I don't know what you are doing. We just, you don't, but your choice to support, go ahead, love cast, your choice to support the people that is trying to murder on your own damn sisters. And then we have the other one and stuff like that that I don't even know, that's sitting there doing, that's sitting there talking about the same situation over and over and over and over and over. That's what I'm trying to put it into it, by telling the truth that, the fact that Uber, it started with them. They started tracking me because they wanted me to be off my channel. They wanted me to be off my channel, because of my abundant energies. That's what all this about and stuff. And then now, since they figured that I also have knowledge, certain knowledge about, spirituality and God, so they would choose what does it mean if I randomly see a rainbow dark star? I don't know. I've never seen a dark star. So if you see a dark star, it means that star is dead. If you see a rainbow, that means it's a completion. But even when a star is dying, they just fade away. They do not. They don't get dark. There's no way you can see a dark star. So if you see a dark star, which means that you might be seeing the moon, there's no such thing as dark star. I know you guys, some of you might be overindulgent in speaking and stuff like that, so I don't tell the truth. But I will really tell the truth, so I can move freely without it, And I'm saying that with it don't bother me, but I know that you are like asking this question. It sound like, you know, anyway, stupidity to me. God bless you as well. I know you collaborate, to give messages for nonsense and stuff. So I'm okay with that too. Because you guys might be receive some type of money doing that. So again, don't ask if you're gonna go to hell if you already know where you are with yourselves. So that's what I wanted to say about this toxic situation that I'm dealing with. I honestly heard so stupid orbit descending up the sky. Oh, that's not what I say. But anyway, we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep moving, Georgia. I read what you said. It don't even make any sense. Anyway, but those are some of the situation. What been going on. I did say that I was going to finish on this. I'm not giving this any more power, no more entertainment, no more attention. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. So, it's been a pleasure. I got to focus on me now. I gotta focus on God. Okay? I gotta focus on God because I have a life to live. I have a life to live. And today I feel so blessed. There's no tears coming out of this because I felt like, you know, I did what I had to do to making sure that people know the truth. Georgia, thank you so much for your reading. Much love sending your way. Thank you, Georgia. I appreciate you guys so very much. It's been, like I say again, it's been a rough path, but I won't change it any other way. So now it's time for some justice to be done. It's time for some justice to be done. I can, put this behind me, focus on what I need to do. First and foremost, my car has a bunch of microphone in it. There's one here, there's two behind there. I don't know where the other hidden cameras is and stuff like that. I told these online for my safety because I don't know why these folks that put this is when I give messages, it will go to them and then so they can make money off of it. That's why, they say to keep me talking when I'm speaking in here. So that's what this microphone is for. Again, illegal stuff, the thieves, they steal, that try to steal knowledge and information and stuff. So I get it because they're recording, again, this is recording, recording me illegally by putting those phone cameras in my car, those microphone and stuff, you know. Yeah, because a lot of people, their friends, their friends wanted to come in and wanted me to walk away from my creativity. And we all know that, again, their friends, their family, they all wanted to, including my own, including my own, they wanted me to walk away from my creativity. But my ancestors and I, the divine, we already had a conversation about that, through my dreams, that told me that no matter which way that I fall, and they didn't just say that, they pushed me. They pushed me, and I landed on my 2 feet. Yes, they didn't telling me this was gonna be hard, but I know their friends, their friends, that is also what probably like be so nice to me, is the same people that is trying to bully me, that was trying to cyber bully me, for me to get off my channel, for me to walk away from my creativity and things like that, because they felt like, I won't be able to do any things and stuff. I shouldn't have to walk away from my creativity unless you are in a business or bully somebody. I should not have to do that, because people, like, they know that they were committed, with their friends, while I actually, you know following the rules. I've never told anybody to walk away from their creativity. Why should I walk away from mine? I'm not walking away from my creativity, guys. You can chill. I'm not walking away from anything, because that's the last part of my journey. That's the last part of my contract with God. So I'm ready to serve. I'm ready to serve my God, but I'm not walking away from my creativity. I don't care if they're tracking me and stuff like that. They will start getting in trouble. I'm not going to say anything, but if they are planning to start tracking me, they're gonna start getting in trouble, and they're not gonna blame it on me. They won't be able to call anything. So, you know, and they will try to control me from speaking online, because the minute that I say there is, these that's the reason that there's since there's one person is still there, the reason this camera, this microphone in here, so that they can control to what I'm saying online, whether this, if I say good or bad or whatever and things like that. I mean, I will have to be really dumb for me to know that, I'm being recorded illegally, which is that I wish somebody can actually post something that I said in here, so I can start doing cartwheels in my head and start dancing on top of my head to show them the law. So, but I know it's a sense of control, and I'm not afraid. Oh, I know. I know they're gonna go give these information to the Queen of Swords. I know the Queen of Swords is their friends. She speak online, but it's okay. It's all good, and it's all good. So thank you to all of you. Uh, you know, I know that, people listening to me, they get information, they're giving to the Queen of Swords and some other people. I am okay with that. I just want to know if anybody has any information, how I can do a GoFundMe and things like that, because until I can, find my way, you know, because they don't understand that if I get social media and stuff like that, I'm just like Ziphead. I'm not. If I walk away from my creativity, it's still approved. It's approved in the eaters. It's approved. God approves if I decided, but I'm not going to. But if that's what they want and stuff, I can make it happen. Same way you get it is the same way you lose it. It is what it is. I make peace with practicality. So thank you guys so very much. Look like Shelby returned, but I think I stated, everything that I need to, to say, and it is funny the fact that I've been in here that long. 94 minutes. 94 minutes. I cannot believe myself. So, but anyway, I'm grateful, guys. Thankful for everything. Sending lots of love, healing, peace, and serenity to all of you. May God bless you guys. Bye. Thank you.